Ranger X on the Sega Genesis. This is a cartridge being played on original hardware. Pay attention to that controller on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there. It will show you the basics of how the controller works with this game. This is a 6-button Genesis controller game that apparently can be used with 3 bullets, but that could be used with only 3 buttons, but you probably don't want to play it that way. What I haven't figured out is how some of these special projectiles work, but the game shows you how the robot sort of gets a rocket pack jump with the up button. It shoots using one and shoots to the right using one button, shoots to the left with another button, so it's kind of like Section Z and Atomic Runner in that sense. There's also a bike below you, like a vehicle below you that trails you, but you can move that vehicle independently if you need to. So apparently the way this game works is that you can also combine forces with the ship, with the little mount down there, the little motorcycle. And what I'll do is I will practice for the first 2 or 3 minutes, kind of explaining the controls that are here. We'll play on the easy mode for this research stream because I kind of just want to. I spent about 15 minutes playing this game earlier. It's gonna take a bit of practice to get used to this. This is the default control scheme here. A and C are used to shoot in either direction. A shoots left, C shoots right. B switches to a special weapon, which is either a bomb or a flamethrower. X moves the vehicle to the left. Z moves it to the right. What I want to do is I want to set the control type to C so that B shoots left, C shoots right, and A is just for the special weapon switching. Same deal with the vehicle. Have it move left with Y, have it move right with Z, have the X button toggle the special weapon that's being used. We're going to go easy mode for this particular video because I said this is a research stream. This game did not come in the manual. So what I'll do is I'll play the game normally, dig out a manual, and then we'll dig deeper into this game later. This is supposed to be one of those signature games on the Genesis. The kind of game that probably could have been made on the Super Nintendo, but it was an exclusive title that never really got remade in any other form that I'm aware of. So this is one of those games where if you have it, you basically need a Genesis or an emulator to play a game like this. I want to say this game actually got... Did this game get released on the Sega Genesis Mini 2? I don't remember. This game came out in, 95, 96? So yeah, they're doing some very, very light wireframe graphics. Do what you gotta do, dog. You gotta get with the times. But this is a 2D game. So let's establish the basics. We can hold up on the D-pad to use our jetpack to fly up, but you only have a little bit of juice at a time, so be careful there. Hit the wrong button. There we go. So remember, you can hold the C button to shoot right, and the B button will shoot left. And I think this particular mount, this station, recharges my health. So that's cool. So I can use up and diagonally on the D-pad. So I can use the D-pad to move my robot around, the Ranger. Let's see. Y to move the vehicle to the left, Z to move it to the right. It will also follow me as I leave the screen. So we'll keep that in mind. I should be able to hold down. Yeah, so if I'm landing on the bike, I can hold down to go into vehicular mode. Shoot left, shoot right. So if I press the Y button, okay, I'm moving. Okay. So ultimately shooting is done simultaneously. So if I hold the C button down, both of us shoot. Oh, that meter on the bottom of the screen on the right-hand side seems to be my jetpack. And it can overheat. So if it overheats, I run out of juice. Okay. So it's on a cooldown. Alright. You can also, if you're on the bike, you can move the bike like this. But if you're not on your bike, you can move it independently with the Y and the Z buttons. Okay. So we'll let the bike follow us automatically. Again, this is easy mode, so we'll play the game normally, then we'll try to get a bit fancier. I'm just holding down the C button to fire to the right, and the bike is on the ground level, taking care of stuff on the ground level. No vertical scrolling in this game, apparently. Z. Let's get it a bit closer. There we go. So we're using the Z button to move the bike a little bit closer so we get a little bit higher rate of fire. This frame rate does kind of get choppy at times, and there is slowdown here. So despite the game's progeny as being a late Genesis title, yeah, it's not particularly well optimized early on. So I'm capturing at 60 frames a second, but it does get pretty choppy, and that's disappointing. I'm also capturing this on a Vivitar USB dongle. Careful. Okay, get a bit closer. Ow! Stay low. I can crouch. Whoop, heads up. Did you get it? Not yet. I think the bike's invincible. I'm not sure. And I think the background's kind of distracting because there are some projectiles being shot at the castle in the background, and unfortunately, they seem like projectiles that I have to dodge, but they're simply cosmetic, so you have to keep that in mind. Get closer. There you go. Gotta stay above the hill. Using the hill as cover. Okay, we're good? Let's get into bike mode. See if I can recharge. Give me a second. Land on the bike. There we go. Down. Let's go backward to see what's up. I should be able to recharge. Is my experience going up while I'm riding this bike? Okay, so now my health is recharged. No, I'm not. No, it's not. Okay, get off the bike. Now my health is recharging. Top of the screen shows how many of those bronze enemy stations I have to take out. So I have 3 more to go. Let's hoof it. See how much power I have in this gun. Switching weapons. Yeah, switching special weapons. Switch. How we doing? Okay, head back. That's the station. Okay, I took a hit there. Heads up. Again, those bullets in the background are kind of distracting. Okay, we're good. Yeah, someone's behind me. So how much special energy juice do I have? So that's my bomb. So there's power. So that meter on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is going down as I use these. How do I switch? Let me get on the bike and then switch. Do I have to get on the bike to switch weapons? Go down to bike mode, then switch. Yeah, that's how that works. You have to go into vehicular mode to switch. And now it's a flamethrower, which actually might be a bit more useful. We'll find out. Game takes a bit of practice. Good thing I'm playing on easy mode. Ow! Get off the bike. Move the bike closer. There we go. Yeah, a lot of flickering in this game too, which is kind of disappointing. Ow! Get closer. Okay, 1 more to go. Oh, that's a radar on the top of the screen. That's how close we are to the last option. To the last object. Okay, that's all of them. Let's get that loot. Okay, so we win. So we won. Yeah, this game's going to take a bit of practice. How's my health? Okay, it's refilled. Oh, we're a giant robot. Did I get the thing? Oh, that's a human. Okay. Or a humanoid. I don't know. I know the rules here. So we got a big bike and a big mech. Yes, we got our flamethrower. So we're supposed to shoot this guy in the head. I think we got it. I don't remember what I'm supposed to be shooting at. I'm gonna have to go into vehicular mode. Give me a second. Move the bike over here in the corner. Good. Nope. So we got behind it. Okay, so now we can shoot diagonally. Okay. So I'm holding down the B button to shoot to the left, and it's shooting upward, which is weird. Haven't quite figured out how that works. But now it's a homing missile. I'm holding down the C button and it's shooting automatically. Okay. So it's a homing gun at this point, I guess. Huh. I'm gonna have to practice that. I'm not quite sure how that works. That seems like an interesting wrinkle. Huh. Yeah, I think I might need a manual to play this game. God, these stupid wireframe graphics. Yeah, man, this is so mind-blowing, dog. The mid-90s were weird. We were transitioning from like hardcore pixel graphics to like these stupid primitive CGI graphics that never looked great. But we had to prove that we could do it, I guess. This game had to walk, this game had to crawl so that what? Cyber what? Cyberpunk could run, I suppose. Yeah, everyone had to start somewhere. Right, we're almost in that Wukong area. Whoops. Good enough. We stay in bike form. Heads up. I'm holding down the C button. We got it. Get closer. If I can shoot the projectiles, that's cool. Took a bunch of dumb hits there, but we'll make it work. How's this mode? Well, that's bad. That's bad. Get out of there. Oh, crap. There's stuff here. Yeah, these stupid leeches are going to get in the way. And I can't hit them with my homing bullets, I guess. That's sad. These things are really annoying because they're hard to hit. Yeah, they are really hard to hit. See, it's really, really hard to target these things. Get that closer. So the bike can't shoot backwards, huh? Yeah, it's an interesting wrinkle. Yeah, we might free a few of these leeches. These things are really annoying. Just avoid them entirely. Okay, am I supposed to be shooting these things up here? Because I don't know how to shoot upward reliably unless I'm in bike mode. Yeah, there we are. So I am able to shoot upward. It's a homing missile. It's a homing gun. Sort of. Haven't quite figured it out yet. Whoops, careful. Bunch of dumb hits. Look out. They're down. Bike can't get over these things? Fine. Nope, that won't work. So I have to shoot these things. Can't shoot those. Ugh. Sponges. They're hit sponges. Yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about that. It's obviously a speedrunner way to get past that, I suppose. Crouch. You just bob and weave a little bit. I was trying to avoid all those. Taking a bunch of dumb hits. This can't be good. Yeah, I'm taking a bunch of dumb hits. Careful. You don't take any dumb hits. Ah, out the way. Melee attacks. We good? Enough? Okay, we got it. Darn it. Gotta get past this rock. Heads up. Can't get past that. Just a second. Gotta work out this part. Careful. Really spongy enemies. Not really a fan of that. Ow. Yeah, really spongy. Which means I'm probably not doing it right, but yeah, it's a bizarre game. Yeah. So the bike died. So I died with the bike. That was the catch. I got 3 continues, by the way. Get closer. There we go. Hold on. Stupid leech has got us. Get closer. Okay, get over there. I'll shoot from behind. They can shoot from in front. Whoops, that's not good. I don't know what just happened. I don't really know what's going on. I guess I want to admire the innovation, but it just feels really weird. Did we get him? Got him. 3 more of these things to destroy. I think the rocks have to destroy this wall below us. The floor below us has to be cleared out. I think we can shoot the ceiling out to let some light in. I don't know if that's needed. I accidentally shot the ceiling out earlier. Yeah, we gotta lose the truck. We gotta lose the car for this part. All right, eat it. Okay, see those little blue lights on the left side of the screen? Those might be turrets that we can shut off by cutting off the power. Yeah, those blue lights over there. So we're gonna shoot out this floor in a second. Yeah, everything in this game just seems to take too many hits. Whoops, that can't be good. That's not good. Yeah, I think we took out the light. Whoop, that's not good. You don't overheat. Don't overheat. So I kicked the rock. Don't know if that did anything. What? That not good. Not good. This isn't good. Ow! Rough. You can also melee these guys if you touch them, which is a nice touch. Heads up. This could be bad. Oh, jeez. What was all that? Got him. Okay, something happened. Yeah, these hit spongy enemies aren't really doing it for me. This is easy mode, but the enemies just seem to take way too many hits. That flamethrower doesn't get much distance on it. And I can't switch special weapons without my bike. The enemy's just way too spongy. Take like a dozen hits to bring down, I think. Yeah, okay. We good? That was harder than it should have been. Got a couple more of these to bring down. I need some health, and I don't have any. I gotta get through a whole bunch of turrets as well. Yeah, those things. I'm gonna just avoid everybody. Melee attacks if you need them. What? Careful, careful, careful. Use melee attacks if you can. Bye. The radar shows there's something below us. What? Not that. Don't want that. Remember, we don't want our jetpack to overheat. My flamethrower is almost out of juice. Well, we're gonna have to use our car to switch. Just a second. There we go. So now we can switch, but we still don't have enough special juice. So that could be a problem. We're going to have to float, because that bike's going to take damage if we float in the water with it. Okay. Yeah, this one's a bit weird. Honestly, I'd rather be playing Atomic Runner, if I'm being honest. Give me the juice. You have to take out 2 of these. Don't stay close to that. Because remember, I don't have enough special juice. There's a power thing over there, but it's guarded by all these stupid flying things. They take like 10 hits. Like I said, it's just really annoying. We shoot it. Have to get underneath. I need my bike. I can't crouch walk. I can crouch turn, of course, because, you know. Actually, no, I can't even crouch turn in this game, even though I can literally press a button to turn directions while I'm crouching. I stand up before I turn around. Why would I not be able to crouch turn in a game like this? Of all games, where literally turning means pressing a button. There we go. See, everything's too spongy in this game, even on easy mode. That's not helping, unfortunately. That's really disappointing. Is that the bike? No, it's something else. What is that down there? I'm going to have to clear out a few more enemies to get past it. Just a second. Careful. So basically stay away from all of the quake with fear crap, and it'll eventually go down. Down he goes. Last one on the other side. Nope. Yes, so don't stay above it. Stay at a safe distance in the right direction. Got him. That's all of them. Oh, what a weird game. Yeah, the enemies are too spongy for me. I'm curious how this works on hard mode. That's a nice line scrolling effect in the background there. This game is pushing a few interesting graphic effects, so I appreciate that. Uh-oh. Get behind him. Get behind me, Satan. Crap. Take a shot to the face on that one. Apparently, was it Noyuki Iwadare from Grandia did the music to this game, or he helped out with some of the music in this game. I think there's a person whose surname is Iwadare, N. Iwadare, who's a sound operator. And Iwadare did do some audio on some Genesis games back in the day. It wasn't Arcus Odyssey. It was one of those other games. It was yeah, he worked on a Longrisser, War Song, and a couple of other Genesis games I should know. Yeah, but dude's been in the business for a while. But I found out who he was during the Grandia games. Careful, that was just stupid. I was hoping I wouldn't have to leave the bike. 2 more to go. The other one on the next door. There he is. So I'll leave the bike if I have to. Should have done that sooner. Whoops. Yeah, I should have done that sooner. Another dumb hit. Okay, here comes the leather guy. Whoa! We got a problem. Okay, go around the other way. Nope, you're too fast. Eventually, I'm going to run out of space. I'm willing him down a little bit, so that's good. Took a dumb hit there. Okay, I need to switch weapons. Yeah, flamethrower. Switch. Eat it! Eat it! So I had to use the bike to switch weapons with the A button. Okay, I'm running out of juice. Too bad, that was a useful weapon. So I'm getting some of the power back. Eat it! Eat it! So that weapon, that special weapon. Whoops! I knew that was coming. That special weapon does recharge. Okay, okay, brother, I need you to switch. I need you to switch sides. The bike's facing the wrong direction. Ow. I can win if I have enough jetpack power. Yeah, that was on a platform. That wasn't cool. Okay, brother, I need you to get out the way. I need you to change direction, son. Can't switch weapons. Okay, we seem to have reached an impasse. Yeah, this won't go well. Yeah, we seem to have reached an impasse. So, yeah. How about those Kelsey brothers, huh? Yes, that impasse. Ow. Got him? Not dead yet. Turn around, doofus. Yeah, I can't hit him. This could be quite interesting. Okay, get underneath me. Just a second, I gotta make this work. So stupid. So that gives me a little bit more juice. Can't hit him from this section. Can't use my special gun. Sucks. I gotta switch weapons if I'm gonna do that. Ah, got me. I got cocky there. That's all that was. Can I hit him from here? I can beat him if I can dodge those charges. Eat it! Ah! Eat it! Might need to switch weapons. I got him. So I had to eat it. I had to eat a continue on that one. Yes. I think this game would be a lot more playable if I could use the L and R buttons. And this game isn't made for that. Like, I think the game would be a lot more palatable if I can use the L and R buttons. But yeah, this one's gonna be this one's a disappointment, I think. Like as a sort of a puzzle platformer, it seemed as sort of a puzzle run and gun, it seems like an interesting idea, but it's too hard to make sense of the controls. The enemies take way too many hits. So not really. So it feels like an interesting concept that needed a bit more time to bake in the oven, I'm afraid. Whoops, careful. Don't want to fall. Do I? I guess I could fall if I wanted. Yeah, I could fall if I wanted, I suppose. Don't know where the car is. What was that? Yo, those guys are drones. We got 11 of these things I gotta destroy. Give me a second. There are a couple behind me. Yeah, they're probably shooting drones at me. Dicey. So do I not have my car with me? Careful. Yeah, we got drones. Yeah, this is looking dicey. So that thing can help me. I just need to stay close to it, I guess. So I got 11 of these things. I got 10 more of these things I gotta take out. He's just gonna give me a little extra firepower from above. Go from above. Go from above. I got an extra thing. Careful. Really annoying. Kind of dicey. That was easy mode. Yeah, this thing's a bit too cumbersome. There's a lot going on here, but it's like trying to. It's like too much of this game feels like juggling. I'm not really a fan of that. You don't have to juggle. You can kind of play a bit more deliberately, but then, like I said, the enemies just take too many hits. So it doesn't feel like. I mean, you probably could speed run it, but it just feels like the enemies are just too spongy. So yeah, had some hope for this one. Wasn't quite sure what to make of it. I could try it a little bit later because this was technically just a research stream, but this one's kind of an odd one. And the easy mode isn't much easier than normal mode. There's Iwadare. I think that's Noriyuki Iwadare, the composer behind Grandia. Was it Grandia? Grandia 2. Lunar, I want to say he worked on. He worked on the Lunar games, as I recall. Some of his music can be pretty like some of his instrumentation can be weird. But Iwadare did some really good music, especially in Grandia. Some great music in Grandia. But assuming that's the same Iwadare, but Iwadare in that game was a composer. I don't remember. I think I want to say Iwadare did a recent game, like in the last 5 years. I don't remember. Yeah, the name. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the name because I want to say he definitely did a soundtrack of a game in the last 5 years. But I'll double check. But yeah, you'll get a chance to see that controller on the bottom of the screen to see if there's some kind of strategy I missed. I'm still not quite sure how this game works. I'll dig up a manual and probably do a more traditional playthrough. Not playthrough, but like a more traditional playing session later. I remember this game getting some coverage, like in GamePro, they seemed really impressed with it. Like that's a 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. So lots of B plus grades. Lots of B plus grades for this game, as I recall. It just seems a bit hard to kind of grasp. Like it definitely feels like a rental. I do kind of like the character. I do kind of like the character design. So it does have that like early '90s anime pixel art feel that I still dig. I just don't know what to make of this game. I give them points for trying to do something new, but it just I think they didn't just want to make a mascot platformer. So I appreciate they tried to do something a little bit different, but this one seems a bit too chaotic. I think with a more elegant control scheme, something more manageable, we might have something here. And again, with enemies that are less spongy, I think we might have something here. And again, the slowdown is really frustrating for a game like this on a Genesis in the mid '90s. Like by this time, the Genesis had basically ironed out most of its performance issues. I mean, the appeal of a game like of a Genesis the whole time wasn't this blast processor nonsense. It was the whole concept that it was a console that was fast enough to handle these sorts of 2D heavy action games like shooters. And it did. It did have the horsepower to really push, what these consoles could do. It was faster in the PC engine. Didn't have obviously the color palette was way more limited. I want to say the PC engine at 512 had a color palette of 512 hues, and it could show like 480 of those hues on screen at once. But obviously the Genesis was about uh, less color depth, only 64 colors on screen at once. So the idea was having the horsepower to move all those 2D graphics quickly because you didn't have to worry about pushing a lot of colors, arguably. And the resolution was reasonable for the era. So it was pushing standard definition graphics, pixel graphics with fewer colors quickly. So there were fewer, arguably there'll be fewer bottlenecks in performance. But yeah, the scrolling feels kind of choppy. Some of the action does feel kind of choppy, and the slowdown is very, very obvious, unfortunately. And it's flickering and flickering like that. So again, not something you'd expect from a Genesis game, given its reputation. But this game is doing a lot. And it's kind of an interesting idea. I need a manual to kind of make sense of it. So I recorded this Ranger X cartridge footage on Model 1 hardware with the volume slider and the headphone jack. The headphone jack has an audio splitter plugged into my DVD recorder from Magnavox. It's a DVD VHS combo unit. The composite video, the yellow video cable, is plugged into the same device as well. There is noisy composite video out to my CRT, which is how I played this game. So the input latency wasn't really an issue for me. It's mainly trying to get a hold of the controls. The HDMI footage is being output at 1080p from the DVD combo unit. So they're taking this composite video signal and upscaling it to 1080p. It's being output to my Vivitar USB capture dongle. It's a Walmart special. It's like a $30 dongle. Input latency isn't bad. It's obviously higher than it would be on a television, but it's low enough for me to play, a lot of Super Nintendo games like Tecmo Super Bowl. Like the input latency is manageable enough for me to play a game like Tecmo Super Bowl at a high level. So it's good enough for that. Um, and some shooters that I've played on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, so it's fine for that. The computer is using Windows 10 Education with the camera app capturing this footage at 60 frames a second. It's 768p at a 4:3 resolution. So I guess that's EVGA or Super VGA. So it'll be compressed. We'll reduce that to 720p so that YouTube will give you all 60 frames if you want it. I'm not sure if there are any interlacing tricks that will be a problem if you're playing this video at 30 frames a second. So if you can play it back at 60 frames a second on YouTube, that's going to be ideal. But yeah, this was a research stream for Ranger X. Disappointing, but promising. I think we're in the C plus range on this one. I think the spongy enemies kind of hurt, and the level design isn't amazing either. So it's an interesting sort of sandbox concept for having this robot who can fly around at will with a jetpack and a bike, and he can combine forces to kind of like do some different traversal methods. So it's an interesting idea. It's just a bit too chaotic. So we'll probably play this later after I dig out a manual. This one's probably going back to the store. I wanted to like this one. This one feels like a game I'll probably end up playing this game in like 5 years in an emulator, and it's not going to bother me at all. But yeah, you're going to need a 6-button controller. So I bet this thing would run a lot better on a modern controller with more buttons to play with. In a more comfortable interface, I think.